Welcome back, fellow coin enthusiasts. Today we have something truly special for you. First up, we're going to dive deep into the history, significance, and current market value of a coin that is making waves in the collector community, the 1987 Saudi Arabia 10 Halalas coin, specifically in black shade and fine condition. If you have one of these hidden gems in your collection, or you've come across one recently, this is the video you won't want to miss. Let's first take a moment to appreciate the design of this coin. The 10 Halalas coin from Saudi Arabia is a small, unassuming coin at first glance, but what makes it stand out are the subtle details that tell the story of a nation's rich history. This particular 10 Halalas coin was minted in 1987, and for coin collectors, certain years in coin production hold special significance due to rarity, production anomalies, or historical context. But what makes the 1987 Saudi Arabia 10 Halalas so sought after? Well, the key here is its condition specifically, the black shade fine condition, which adds an air of uniqueness and rarity. First, let's give you a bit of background. Saudi Arabia's currency is the riyal, and within the riyal, there are subdivisions known as halalas minus 100 halalas make 1 riyal. The coin we are looking at today is the 10 halalas denomination, part of Saudi Arabia's decimal coinage system that has been in place since the mid-20th century. On one side of the 10 halalas coin, you'll see the emblem of Saudi Arabia, the crossed swords and palm tree representing justice, strength, and prosperity, surrounded by Arabic inscriptions. The other side displays the value 10 halalas in Arabic, as well as the year of minting 1987. What collectors often look for are the small details in the inscription and the overall quality of the strike, as these features can significantly affect a coin's value. Now, when we talk about condition, we have to dive into coin grading. Grading is an essential aspect of determining a coin's value. Coins are graded on a scale from poor to mint state, and when we refer to fine condition, we're talking about a coin that shows light wear on the highest points of the design, but still has most of its features intact. But there's something even more special about this coin. Collectors refer to some versions of the 1987 10 Halalas as having a black shade finish. This is a specific toning or patina that develops over time, giving the coin a darker, more distinguished appearance. Toning like this can result from various factors such as storage conditions, exposure to different elements, and how the coin has aged over the decades. So why are collectors going after this coin? One word: rarity. While many 10 Halalas coins were minted over the years, finding a 1987 edition in fine condition, particularly with the black shade toning, is increasingly difficult. Over time, the demand for this coin has grown significantly, especially as more collectors from around the world discover Saudi Arabian numismatics. Let's talk about market value. As of today, the 1987 Saudi Arabia 10 Halalas, in fine condition with black shade toning, can fetch a pretty penny on the collector's market. We're seeing prices ranging from $82,000 depending on the quality of the coin, the intensity of the toning, and the buyer's interest. To get an expert's perspective, I had the chance to chat with a numismatist who specializes in Middle Eastern coinage. Let's hear what they have to say about this particular coin. The 1987 Saudi 10 Halalas is certainly an interesting piece. Its scarcity and good condition is a major factor in its rising value. When we talk about coins with unique toning like the black shade, we're also delving into the realm of eye appeal, which is a critical factor in the collector's market. Collectors love coins that stand out visually, and this one certainly does. And preservation is key. To maintain the value of your coin, store it properly. Use airtight cases or holders to avoid further toning or damage. Keep it in a cool, dry place away from direct sunlight and humidity, which can degrade the coin over time. So, is the 1987 Saudi Arabia 10 Halalas a good investment? Well, in the world of numismatics, rarity and condition are everything. If you have one of these coins in fine condition, especially with that unique black shade toning, you could be sitting on a valuable collectible that will only increase in value over time. Next up, we're diving into a unique and intriguing piece of Saudi Arabian currency, the 1972 Saudi Arabia 10 Halalas coin. The Saudi Arabian 10 Halalas coin from 1972 is a small yet significant part of Middle Eastern numismatic history. For those unfamiliar, Saudi Arabia has a rich history in coinage, with its currency evolving through the years to reflect the country's transformation from a tribal society into a modern economic power. So why is this small coin from 1972 of particular interest to collectors today? And what is its value on the collector's market in dollars? Before we dive into the coin's value, let's talk about its history. The 10 Halalas coin was minted in 1972, during the reign of King Faisal bin Abdulaziz Al Saud, who ruled from 1964 until 1975. This was a transformative period for Saudi Arabia. The country was becoming increasingly wealthy due to its burgeoning oil industry, and its currency was modernizing to reflect the country's economic importance on the global stage. The 10 Halalas coin was part of the Saudi Arabian rial, which is divided into 100 Halalas. The coin is composed of nickel brass, making it durable, but particularly valuable in terms of its metal content alone. Though the coin may seem common at first glance, its age, historical context, and condition can significantly influence its value. When it comes to determining a coin's market value, condition is one of the most important factors. The coin we're looking at today is in what's known as very fine condition. But what does that actually mean? In the world of numismatics, coins are graded on a scale ranging from poor to mint state. A coin in very fine condition will show some light wear, but most of the finer details in the design are still intact and clearly visible. This grade is important because it means the coin has been circulated, but it hasn't been overly worn down, making it more attractive to collectors who want a piece of history that still looks great. Now to the part that everyone's been waiting for, the value of this 1972 Saudi Arabia 10 Halalas coin in today's market. So, how much could this small piece of history be worth? After scouring several coin marketplaces, auction houses, and numismatic databases, we found that the value of the 1972 Saudi Arabia 10 Halalas coin, in very fine condition, typically ranges $92,000. There are a few key factors that influence the value of the 1972 Saudi Arabia 10 Halalas coin on the collector's market. First, rarity. While the 10 Halalas from 1972 is extremely rare, coins in better condition are harder to come by. Second, demand. Middle Eastern coins are becoming more popular among collectors, and Saudi Arabian coins, in particular, are growing in interest due to the country's historical and economic significance. Third, condition. As we mentioned earlier, coins in very fine condition or better command higher prices. And finally, historical significance. Coins from this period are linked to Saudi Arabia's development during its economic boom, making them more valuable to collectors who appreciate this historical context. One thing that collectors and investors alike often want to know is whether a coin like this 1972 Saudi Arabia 10 Halalas will increase in value over time. While it's hard to predict with absolute certainty, many experts agree that as interest in Middle Eastern coinage continues to rise and as Saudi Arabia plays an increasingly prominent role on the world stage, coins from this era are likely to appreciate in value. So, if you have a 1972 Saudi Arabia 10 Halalas coin in your collection, it might be worth holding on to for a little longer. Who knows? In a few years, it could be worth even more than it is today. Next up are diving deep into a specific coin that has been gathering interest in the collector's market, the 1980 Saudi Arabia 10 Halalas coin. Stick around because you might be surprised to learn how this seemingly humble coin can have a significant place in today's collector market. To understand the value of the 1980 Saudi Arabia 10 Halalas coin, we first need to appreciate its history. Saudi Arabia introduced its modern currency, the Saudi Riyal, in the early 20th century. Over the years, the coinage system has evolved, with various denominations coming and going. The 10 Halalas coin was part of this broader economic growth and modernization effort. The 1980 Saudi Arabia 10 Halalas coin is particularly interesting because of its place in Saudi Arabian history. During this period, the country was rapidly modernizing due to its growing influence as a global oil powerhouse. The design might seem simple at first, but the details in the Arabic script and the emblem are well executed. This makes it a beautiful piece for collectors, especially when found in fine or uncirculated condition. Now, let's talk about the collector's market today. The value of the 1980 10 Halalas coin, especially one in fine or uncirculated condition, has seen fluctuations but is generally on an upward trend. While this coin is rare as some ancient or medieval coins, finding one in excellent condition can be a bit of a challenge. Coins in fine condition, meaning little wear with most of the details intact, hold more value. If you're lucky enough to find one in mint or uncirculated condition, you might be sitting on a surprisingly valuable piece. As of today, a 1980 Saudi Arabia 10 Halalas coin in fine condition typically fetches around $86,000, depending on where you're buying it. But what exactly influences the value of this coin? Let's break it down. First and foremost, condition. The better the condition of your coin, the higher its value. Coins in uncirculated or near mint condition are always in demand because they're harder to find. Next, rarity. Even though the 1980 Saudi Arabia 10 Halalas coin had a decent mintage, finding well-preserved specimens is becoming increasingly difficult. Coins that were kept in collections or stored properly tend to retain their value better. And finally, market demand. In recent years, there's been a growing interest in coins from the Middle East, particularly Saudi Arabia, given the region's rising prominence on the world stage. This increasing demand is driving up the value of coins like the 10 Halalas. Globally, coin collecting has seen a resurgence in the last decade. With more people viewing coins not just as a hobby but also as an investment, markets have become more competitive. Middle Eastern coins, including those from Saudi Arabia, have attracted attention from collectors worldwide due to their unique designs and historical significance. Many collectors are looking at coins as a way to diversify their investment portfolios. The 1980 Saudi Arabia 10 Halalas coin, with its connection to Saudi Arabia's economic history, has caught the eye of investors and hobbyists alike. Next up, we're diving into the world of rare coins, and we're focusing on a very special one, the 1958 Saudi Arabian 1 Qirsh coin. Now, this little coin may look small, but its value in today's coin collector market is pretty significant. So whether you're a beginner or a seasoned coin collector, you're going to want to stick around for this one. This 1 Qirsh coin from Saudi Arabia might not seem like much at first glance, but trust me, it's packed with historical and collector value. In this video, we're going to break down what makes this coin so special, how it fits into the broader history of Saudi Arabia's currency, and most importantly, what its value is today in the collector's market. So let's start with a little bit of history. The Saudi 1 Qirsh coin dates back to 1958, a fascinating period in Saudi Arabian history. The country was still under the rule of King Saud, who was the second ruler of modern Saudi Arabia. At the time, Saudi Arabia was undergoing significant transformation and development as oil wealth began to pour into the kingdom. The 1 Qirsh coin we're looking at today is made of nickel and features Arabic script on both sides. The front shows the name of the country, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, along with the denomination 1 Qirsh. The reverse side features the Islamic calendar year 1377, which corresponds to 1958 in the Gregorian calendar. So why is this coin rare and highly sought after by collectors? Well, there are a few reasons. First off, coins like this from the 1950s are hard to come by, especially in fine condition. Remember, coins from this period were circulated widely, so finding one that's in great shape is a real challenge. When we say a coin is in fine condition, that means it shows moderate wear, but its details are still clear and sharp. For a coin from 1958, that's pretty impressive. Most of the Saudi 1 Qirsh coins that exist today are heavily worn, so finding one in fine condition significantly boosts its value. This rarity, combined with the coin's historical significance, has made it a highly coveted piece among collectors, both in Saudi Arabia and internationally. Today's collector market, a 1958 Saudi Arabia 1 Qirsh coin in fine condition can be worth anywhere $100,000. That might seem like a lot to some, and when you consider that this coin was once worth only a small fraction of that in its time. It's a pretty significant increase in value. Of course, the value of any coin depends on its condition, the demand among collectors, and the coin's rarity. Saudi coins, especially those from the mid-20th century, are becoming increasingly popular in the numismatic world. As more collectors turn their attention to Middle Eastern coins, the value of pieces like this could continue to rise over the years. So, if you're looking to add a 1958 Saudi Arabia 1 Qirsh coin to your collection, or if you have one and you're thinking of selling, where do you start? Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, this coin represents a unique piece of Saudi Arabian history, and it's a perfect example of how something as small as a 1 Qirsh coin can hold significant value both historically and monetarily. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content on rare coins, collectibles, and more. Have you ever come across a 1958 Saudi 1 Qirsh coin? Let me know in the comments below, and tell me what other coins or collectibles you'd like me to cover in future videos. Until next time, happy collecting.